Hello everyone. So I welcome you again at ETCube Learnings, and today we are going to learn about integers. Okay. This is the topic which was requested by few of the students, and today I'll be talking about integers and also about the number lines. But before we start with the integers, because we know that integers are type of numbers, so we should discuss about the type of numbers which we should be knowing. जो हमें पता होना चाहिए integers जानने से पहले, integers के बारे में बात करने से पहले. So before diving into the world of integers, we should be knowing about few types of numbers, and I guess you must be knowing about it. And the type of numbers which I'm talking about are natural numbers, whole numbers, prime numbers, even number, odd numbers, and so on. So natural numbers, these numbers are represented by the capital letter N, and these are all counting numbers. All counting numbers from 1 to infinity. Whole numbers, they are represented by capital W, and these are all natural numbers along with 0. All natural number along with 0 means there is a family of natural numbers. Here natural numbers are there. There is a guest named 0, and this 0 comes inside this family of natural numbers. So natural number plus 0 is also there. So this family will be called as now whole number. Clear? Then prime numbers. So prime numbers which have only two distinct factors. Two distinct factors as in two different factors. One is 1 and the other is the number itself. Now here comes the number 1. 1 is neither prime nor composite. Why? Because 1 has only one factor, and that is 1. You must be saying that 1 is the factor and 1 divides itself as well. So there are two factors, 1 and 1, but those are not distinct, are not different, right? That's why 1 is not a prime number. Clear? Then even numbers, numbers divisible by 2. The numbers 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on. These are even numbers. Now when we talk about odd numbers, we'll say numbers not divisible by 2. So till now, the type of numbers which we discussed or which we know already, these numbers are used in our day-to-day life. Let's say if I give you 2 apples and I would ask you to write it down, like how many apples you have, you would be writing it as 2. If I give you 2 more apples, then I'll be asking you, I'll give you 2 more apples and I'll ask you, how many apples do you have? You would be saying 4, sir. If I do one thing, I'll give you 2 more oranges and I'll ask you, how many fruits do you have? You would be saying 6, because 4 apples and 2 oranges. If I ask you, how many oranges do you have? You would be saying 2, right? So till now you were dealing with the real numbers, okay? The real numbers are the numbers which you can visualize or which you can see or which you can represent with the help of any object. Let's say if I have to represent 2, the count 2, you may put 2 fruits here, and that this is first, this is second, so total 2, right? Now let us consider one condition. Let us consider one condition where the temperature is 0 degrees Celsius. The initial temperature is 0 degrees Celsius, and during the daytime it is increases by 5 degrees, and during the evening hours it is decreased by 10 degrees Celsius. Now how do we represent this change in temperature, and what is the final temperature at night? let's say at a particular time, the temperature is 0 degrees Celsius. Let's say temperature is 0 degrees Celsius, and after that temperature increases. After that temperature increases and then temperature decreases. So in that case, what do we do? We'll get back to this, but you think on it, and by that time, we would be discussing about integers. So integers are nothing but, integers are the numbers or set of numbers which consist of all positive whole numbers. Negative whole numbers means the whole numbers with a negative sign. The negative sign is this minus sign, and 0. So these are the examples of integers. But at the same time, these are not the integers. Why? Because these are not the negative representation or positive representation of the whole numbers. First condition for a number to be called integer is it should be a whole number. So for a number to be called as integer, must be a whole number. So in this regard only, someone may ask you the question that what is one of the necessary condition call a number an integer. Means एक नंबर को इंटीजर कहने के लिए क्या कंडीशन होना चाहिए? The first condition which the number must satisfy is the number should be a whole number. Clear? So that means integers are whole number, negative whole number, positive whole number, and 0. Negative integers are like this, -3 and -5. 0 is neither positive nor negative, and positive integers are all natural numbers. So what are positive integers? Another name of positive integers is natural number. Another name of positive integers is natural number. I hope the definition of integer is clear to you and the meaning of integers is clear to you. If it is clear, then let us try to represent the integers or the numbers in the number line. So, on a number line, when we have to represent the numbers or the whole numbers or the integers, what do? The numbers which are greater than 0 are always written on the right hand side of 0, and the numbers which are smaller than 0 are always written on the left hand side of the number line. So what is this? This is the number line. This is the number line, and these are the numbers. These are the numbers which we have represented on the number line. This part consists of negative integers. This part consists of positive integers. Clear? Now, one fact which you should be knowing, when we arrange the numbers in the number line from left to right, so the number increases in this direction. So this is increasing order. And at the same point of time, when we go from right to left, it is decreasing order. So increasing and decreasing are opposite to each other. So when we move from left to right, we move on a increasing order. When you move from right to left, we move in a decreasing order. जब कभी हम left से right की ओर जाते हैं, तो numbers increase करते हैं, values increase करती है. जब हम left side आते हैं, तो values decrease करती है. It is just like walking on a ladder. सीढ़ी में ऐसे चढ़ रहे हैं. नीचे से ऊपर जा रहे हैं, increase कर रहे हैं, number of steps increase कर रहा है. ऊपर से नीचे की ओर जा रहे हैं, number of steps decrease कर रहा है. So you can visualize this number line in the form of a ladder as well. Clear? If it is clear, then let us try to represent some of the numbers on the number line. Now, let's say if you have to plot 4 on the number line. We have to plot 4 on the number lines. So 4 is 4 numbers greater than 0. So we'll move to the first place, that is 1, that is occupied by 1. Second place occupied by 2. Third place occupied by 3. Fourth place is occupied by 4. So this 4 will be, first of all, lying on the right hand side of 0. And 4 steps away from 0, right? Similarly, let me give you a question to represent 6 on the number 9. अब देखो ये क्वेश्चन नहीं है, ठीक है? इस क्वेश्चन का अप्रोच मैं आपको बताने वाला हूँ. इसको अप्रोच कैसे करेंगे, इसके सॉल्यूशन की ओर कैसे हम लोग रीच आउट करेंगे. सॉल्यूशन इजी है, बट सॉल्यूशन तक पहुंचेंगे कैसे? कोई भी क्वेश्चन हो, स्टेप वाइज जाओ, इजी होगा. इफ यू गो स्टेप वाइज, इट विल बी इजी फॉर यू टू रीच टू द सॉल्यूशन और टू द एग्जैक्ट सॉल्यूशन. तो इसमें फर्स्ट स्टेप क्या कहता है? फर्स्ट स्टेप कहता है नंबर लाइन में रिप्रेजेंट करना है, तो लेट्स मेक द नंबर लाइन. सो वी मेड द नंबर लाइन. 0 इज एट द मिडिल. 0 मिडिल में होता है. 0 के लेफ्ट साइड में, इस साइड में नेगेटिव होंगे और इस साइड में पॉजिटिव होंगे. क्लियर? नाउ 6 कौन सा नंबर है? पॉजिटिव नंबर है. सो 6 शुड बी समवेयर इन द राइट हैंड साइड. यहां कहीं होगा, यहां कहीं होगा, या यहां कहीं होगा. इट डिपेंड्स, राइट? कहीं भी हो सकता है. बट इतना क्लियर है, सेकेंड स्टेप से इतना क्लियर है कि 6 विल बी ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड. सो 6 कहीं इस साइड में होगा, इधर कहीं होगा 6, राइट? नाउ 0 से 6 कितने स्टेप के बाद आएगा? 1 स्टेप 1 आएगा, सेकेंड स्टेप पे 2 आएगा, थर्ड स्टेप पे 3 आएगा, फोर्थ स्टेप पे 4 आएगा, फिफ्थ स्टेप पे 5 आएगा, एंड एट द एंड 6th स्टेप पे आएगा 6. सो 6 को हम लोग ऐसे रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे नंबर लाइन. क्लियर? तो ये प्रोसेस होता है, ठीक है? दिस प्रोसेस यू शुड बी नोइंग, एंड व्हेनेवर यू आर सॉल्विंग एनी क्वेश्चन यू गो विद इन ए सिस्टमेटिक मैनर. एक सिस्टमेटिक मैनर में जब जाओगे तो फिर क्वेश्चंस को सॉल्व करना ज़्यादा ईजी हो जाएगा. At the same point of time, if I give you a question and if I ask you to represent -2, represent -2 on the number line. So, first thing again, what you would be doing? You would be making the number line. You would be representing 0 first because 0 is at the middle. Now, left hand side is designated for negative integers. This -2 is positive integer or negative integer? So, yes, it is negative integer. So, this -2 will occupy place somewhere here. Negative. So, -2 will be occupying its place in the negative zone or in the place of the negative integers. Now, one step will reach to -1. And the next step will be reaching to. Clear? So, this is how we represent the numbers, integral number or integers in the number on the number lines. Clear? The question which we discussed, right? We discussed the question, we discussed a situation where we were dealing with a condition where the temperature initially was 0 degrees Celsius and then it was increased by 5 degree in the morning and then in evening it was decreased by 10 degree. How can we represent these values using integers? So integer के help से इसको कैसे represent करेंगे? तो question क्या कहता है? Question ये कहता है कि इंटीजर के फॉर्म में उसको रिप्रेजेंट करना है, ठीक है? विद द हेल्प ऑफ इंटीजर्स वी हैव टू रिप्रेजेंट. नाउ इंटीजर को रिप्रेजेंट करने की जब भी बात आती है तो नंबर लाइन फर्स्ट थिंग वी हैव स्टडीड. सो नंबर लाइन में हमने 0 रिप्रेजेंट कर दिया. दिस इज द इनिशियल टेम्परेचर. दिस इज द इनिशियल टेम्परेचर. नाउ द टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज्ड बाय 5 डिग्री सेल्सियस. मींस 5 यूनिट, 1 यूनिट, 2 यूनिट, 3 यूनिट, 4 यूनिट, 5 यूनिट. सो 5 डिग्री सेल्सियस. 0 से 5 डिग्री सेल्सियस इंक्रीज किया, मतलब कि 5 यूनिट बढ़ा, तो 5 तक पहुंच गया. ये हो गया डे टाइम में. अब इवनिंग में क्या हुआ कि यहां से डिक्रीज किया 10 डिग्री सेल्सियस अगेन. तो यहां से फ्रॉम हियर इफ 10 डिग्री सेल्सियस इज डिक्रीजिंग देन 1 डिग्री, 2 डिग्री, 3 डिग्री, 4 डिग्री, 5 डिग्री, 6 डिग्री, 7 डिग्री, 8 डिग्री, 9 डिग्री एंड 10 डिग्री. 10 डिग्री डिक्रीज किया, तो यहां से डिक्रीमेंट हुआ 10 डिग्री का, 10 डिग्री सेल्सियस का डिक्रीज आया टेम्परेचर में. बट ये जो वैल्यू होगा वो 0 से अगर हम इसको काउंट करते हैं इंटीजर एज एन इंटीजर, जब हमको उसको रिप्रेजेंट करना है, व्हेन वी हैव टू रिप्रेजेंट दैट एज एन इंटीजर, तो हम लोग चेक करेंगे कि 0 से कितने दूरी पे है, कितने यूनिट डिस्टेंस पे है. -1, -2, -3, -4 एंड दिस इज -5. सो रात का टेम्परेचर क्या है? -5 डिग्री सेल्सियस. अब ये -5 डिग्री सेल्सियस तो हम लोग मतलब कि यूजुअली नंबर होल नंबर और नेचुरल नंबर जब हम स्टडी करते थे तो -5 तो समझते ही नहीं थे, बट टेम्परेचर तो जाता है 0 से भी कम जाता है. तो 0 से कम को कैसे रिप्रेजेंट करें? इसके लिए ही हम लोग इंटीजर का खोज किए या फिर इंटीजर्स को इंक्लूड किए हम लोग मैथमेटिक्स. क्लियर? सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट knowing the integers and representing it in number line. We will be like going ahead in this topic And the next topics within integer which we are going to learn are operations with integers. We'll be dealing with various operations with integers and also comparing integers. ठीक है, तब तक के लिए बाय बाय, टेक केयर, keep learning, keep asking, and next topics whatever you want to learn you can post in comment box. Okay, bye.